What about Bitcoin's comparison to other current cryptocurrencies? So Bitcoin versus Ethereum, for example. Why is it possible that Ethereum overtakes Bitcoin?
It's certainly possible. Yeah, I'm not ruling it out. Ethereum leadership is sort of wise enough to understand that they shouldn't compete with Bitcoin on those most profound qualities. Like Ethereum doesn't really aspire to be more sound from a monetary perspective than Bitcoin, right? In fact, the Ethereum leadership are sort of constantly tweaking the monetary policy. So they went for a completely different trade-off, right? They also don't compete to be as decentralized from a governance perspective, right? Because there's leadership. There's
Hmm.
an ETH Foundation. There's a charismatic leader, Vitalik, and Ethereum has this policy of hard forks. So in Bitcoin, hard forks are extremely rare. In Ethereum, it's the default way to change things. So it's a much more adaptive system and it changes more frequently. But that also means that it's sort of they're incurring more risk when they introduce those changes. There's much more complexity. So Ethereum is smart because they sort of understood Bitcoin as the top dog when it comes to a sound money, a digital gold type thing. And they went for all of the different trade-offs. They wanted to be more of a platform. They wanted to have more complexity at the transactional layer. They wanted to take on more risk in terms of changing the protocol. They wanted to change more quickly. They wanted to make the monetary policy more mutable. So Ethereum takes that completely different tack. Of course, I'm not ruling out that it could take over Bitcoin from a market cap perspective. It's just a very different system. And I tend to think that Bitcoin is the most disruptive one because it's the most equipped to challenge sovereign currencies in the grand scheme.
Do you think they can coexist? So, like in the future, do you see a world where Ethereum captures some large percent of the market, and but nevertheless the minority?
100%, 100%. Bitcoin has already been tokenized and put onto Ethereum. Many units of Bitcoin, I think over $1 billion worth. So not only do they coexist, they are actually mutualistic. So they're like two creatures that have this, it's like the rhino and like the bird that pecks the parasites off the rhino's back or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know which is which in the analogy, but
Yeah, I don't know who the parasites are, but yeah,
so, or, the alligator and the teeth cleaning fish or whatever. Right.
right.
It's like, oh, I always wonder why the alligator doesn't just eat the fish, but I guess they're brushing its teeth basically. So, um, Ethereum it gives you more transactional flexibility. There's much more experimentation happening there. It has this whole decentralized finance element. There's a huge number of Bitcoins that circulate on the Ethereum protocol, right? Because Ethereum is open to other asset types, basically. So I think that's actually accretive to both systems because Ethereum gets to have this good form of collateral, Bitcoin, on the system, which has good volatility characteristics. And then it's a supply sink for Bitcoins, which are sort of now they're injected into this third party protocol. And that I think reduces the velocity of Bitcoin overall. And it's probably good for the valuation.
So you see, it quite possibly could be a symbiotic relationship. That's really interesting.
I think so. I think so.